You upload your own document, ask a simple question, and the bot gives you the wrong number, even though the answer is right there on the page. Watch. This leave policy says 18 vacation days. I ask, how many vacation days do I get? 25. Confident, no error, just wrong. Here is the same question on the bot we are building today. 18, correct. And when I ask something that's not in the document, it replies, I don't know based on the documents. No making things up. That's the end result. We are building it from scratch right now. So follow along. Real quick before we start, if you are new here, this is Aksa. I take AI and machine learning stuff and make it simple. My whole goal is just to get you the help you actually need and not waste your time. So that's exactly what we are gonna do. Let's build it. First thing, let's get everything installed. Open your terminal. One command installs everything we need. Paste this, hit enter. While that runs, here is what each piece does. So LangChain glues it all together. Chroma is the database that stores your document, and LangChain Google Gen AI is what connects us to Gemini, both for the embeddings and the answers. That's the whole toolkit. Done installing. Now grab a free Gemini API key and paste it in right here. New file, and we are ready to build. Step 1. Give the bot your document. Okay, follow along with me. I will explain every line. First, we load the document. I am using text loader here and pointing it at my file leavepolicy.txt. If you are using a PDF instead, you would swap this for PyPDF loader. Same idea. I run it, and now documents holds the full text of the file. That's all this line did. Pulled the file into Python. Now I can't just hand the whole document to the AI and search it. It's too big. And searching the whole thing for one answer is sloppy. So I split it into small pieces. These pieces are called chunks. I am using recursive character text splitter and notice these two settings. Chunk size is equal to 300. That's how big each piece is, about a few sentences. And chunk overlap is equal to 50, which means each chunk repeats a little of the one before it. So a sentence that gets cut in half at the boundary is not lost. If your answers ever come back cut off, you bump that chunk size up. I run it, and there, the document is now in small searchable chunks. Here is the important one. I take each chunk and turn it into an embedding. An embedding is just a list of numbers that captures the meaning of that chunk. I am using Gemini's embedding model for this. Gemini embedding 001, same key, one line. Quick heads up, Google renames these models every so often. So if you ever run this and get a model not found error, that's all it is. Just grab the current embedding model name from Google AI Studio and drop it in. The rest of the line doesn't change. Now why are we doing this? Because numbers are searchable by meaning. Chunks about vacation days end up with similar numbers. Chunks about sick leave get different ones. That's what lets the bot find the right piece later, even if you don't use the exact words from the document. And now I store all of those in a vector database. I am using Chroma. This one line, Chroma.from documents, it takes my chunks and my embeddings model and saves everything. A vector database is just a database built specifically to hold these numbers list and search them fast. And that's the whole knowledge base built. Every chunk embedded and stored, ready to search. But the book is just sitting on the shelf right now. Let's make the bot actually open it. This is the step that kills the lie, so stay with me. Two lines to set up, then we connect them. First, the retrieval, this line. All it does, when a question comes in, it searches that vector database and pulls back the chunks closest in meaning. See this case equal to 3? That means give me the top 3 most relevant chunks. If your bot keeps missing the answer, you raise the number. If it's pulling in junk, you lower it. 3 is a good starting point. Second, the model that actually writes the answer. Chat Google Generative AI. And I am passing temperature is equal to 0. That temperature is basically a creativity dial. 0 means be factual, don't get imaginative, which is exactly what we want for RAG because we don't want it embellishing. I am using Gemini 2.5 Flash here. It's fast and works on the free tier. That free Gemini key we grabbed earlier is doing the work here. Now I connect them. And here is the actual trick behind RAG. Watch. When someone asks a question, I take that question, run the retriever to grab the relevant chunks, and then I literally paste those chunks into the prompt and tell the model, answer using this. So the model is not reaching into its memory anymore. It's reading the exact lines from your file right there in front of it. Let me run it with the question from the start. How many vacation days do I get? And 18. There it is. Same model that lied to us at the beginning, but now it read the page first. And one last touch, I am printing the chunk it used right here underneath the answer. Now every response comes with a receipt. You can see exactly which part of your document the answer came from and check it yourself. That right there is the full build. It reads your file, answers from it, and owns up when it doesn't know. So that's the build done and working. Now let me quickly explain why this whole thing works for anyone who wants it. Here is what actually happened. The broken bot at the start was taking a closed book exam, answering from memory it picked up in training months ago. When it didn't know, it guessed. That guess is a hallucination. What you built is the open book version. It retrieves the right page from your document first, then answers from that. Retrieve, then generate. That's literally what RAG stands for, Retrieval Augmented Generation. Same model, but now it reads before it speaks. And quick, when not to bother with any of this. 3 cases, data is tiny, skip all this, paste it straight in the prompt. Need live numbers like prices or weather. RAG reads stored files, not a live feed. Use an API. Creative tasks like writing, you want it making things up there. RAG is for facts, not imagination. That's it. Back to where we started. That bot saying 25 at the start. Same question now, 18. Grounded, correct, honest when it doesn't know. The real power is in that vector database, how it finds the right chunk by meaning. Full breakdown is in my vector database video, on screen now. Watch that next and you will understand the whole concept. If you want to go deeper than what we built here, there is a Retrieval Augmented Generation course from deeplearning.ai on Coursera. It picks up where this leaves off and takes you from a first prototype to a production ready system. Retrieval methods like semantic and hybrid search, vector databases, chunking, re-ranking, and how to evaluate and monitor RAG in the real world. Link is in the description. A few links in this video are affiliate links. If you purchase through them, I may earn a small commission at no additional cost to you. I only recommend resources I trust and find valuable. If this helped you understand RAG, hit like. It helps others find this before they spend hours building a bot that gives wrong answers.